Greetings, everyone. I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it. He feared you might follow old Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like your father did. So if that gives you a clue as to what I'm unboxing here, although I'll probably say it in the title so it doesn't matter. This here is my second shipment from Ultrasabers. So at the at the time that I placed my order for this back in September, there was a shortage of Graflex parts, which they informed me about at some time in early November or something, and they said they'd have parts available around Thanksgiving that they'd be able to do this. So okay, so there's a charger and a blade plug. The blade plug was a bonus promo item for the purchase that I made here. Okay. And as cities would say, and that's the box. Okay, so we've got two things here. One of them is also a promo item that was for the order. It was towards the September is when we made the order. Is when I made the order, and it was for a free initiate with purchase. Now, what kind of initiate it is, we'll get back to in a second here. Check this out. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now, we gotta do this properly here. What is it? It's your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Before the Dark Times. Before the Empire. So, first impression, wow, is this thing loud. Oh, it's it's remarkably loud. Wow. I mean, just take a listen to this thing again. That is rough. That is sharp. Shrill, I would say, but it definitely makes a statement. Boy, that makes a statement. Let us take a look at this thing. I don't know if I can just loosen it up by hand here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Just loosen it up a little bit here, just so we can look at the saber itself. Okay, so here it is. This is the Graflex CE. Okay. So, I ordered it with the color of buttons. I ordered red for, I believe it was the front button, and brass for the back button. And let's see, I got I think this is the socket type screw rather than the button type screw. I could have that wrong, I don't know. And I did not get an illuminated button, AV button. I didn't feel that I needed it. And I did not get a recharge port on this because that is, a significant expense to get the recharge port installed on it, and I simply figured, I'll just use the rechargeable batteries. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Or I mean, I'll use the charger that came with it. So here's the charger that came with that. And just so you can see what that is there. Okay, so there's the USB cable to use for charging this. There it is. So micro USB. So you can charge that in any USB charger, or if you have like a wall adapter for that. So I got that with that. And as I said, I got a blade plug with it. Just a basic blade plug. So that way have something just to keep it neat and contained like that. So it's just a little light that shines through. So it's nice. It gives the effect without having to worry about how that works in there. Now looking at the light on it, this uses, it looks like there's just one, I can see just one thing in here, one diode. I don't know if you can actually see that or not. I see one diode in there, but I think I also see the yellow of the flash on clash, which I didn't do. Here, let me stick that on here so you can see that. Just seat that in there real quick. Turn this on. And hold down. No, that's not right. That turns it off. So I will be interested, of course, in getting extra sounds put in here, because I did order the Obsidian 4. The soundboard 3, or not 3. I ordered the 4 because I wanted to be able to. Since I'm a musician, I like sounds and I like messing with sounds, so that's what I did here. All right, let's just take a look at some of the features here of the Graflex, of course. So the thing that makes the Graflex really stand out and noticeably is a few things. The S-shaped emitter, the typical, what we call the bunny ears, because, you know, that's basically what the idea is here. There's these front and back buttons, although in vintage Graflexes this is more of a glass eye. These brass pins. The control box, which this is unique of design. This doesn't match any Canon design, of course. And the T-grips, T-shaped grips, which are plastic. Plastic grips here. Now the original Graflex that Luke wore on his belt had a ring that was attached on here, but this one uses the CoverTech knob on here, and I did get a CoverTech belt clip, so that way it will hang on there kind of like that, and it'll be free to swing back and forth, and it'll keep it locked in place. It's not just going to slip up. There's these clips on the side that you can squeeze those, and then it'll allow you to release your saber and take it off there. So, why did I choose the Ultrasabers Graflex? Well, for one thing, because there are so many different versions of the Graflex, Canon, I mean, just even Canon designs, because you have the original that has the bubble strip here, and then in Empire Strikes Back, the bubble strip is replaced with a sort of striped card, sort of that clamp card, I think some folks call that. On the clamp here, there's a little golden looking kind of stripy card there. And then in the Last Jedi, the Graflex is split in two from the Force pull between Kylo Ren and Rey. And so Rey repairs it with a new control box and ring that comes around here, which is a neat design, a neat little modern twist design. And so there are several permutations of this one. And then, of course, there's this, what we call the skinny flex from Revenge of the Sith. That is the sort of primordial, if you, well, no, you would say that A New Hope is the primordial version. But the, by chronology, if you will, film chronology, the original version of it, which is, I guess, a little slimmer. And it's more similar to what we have here, where we have this stylized bunny ear-shaped attachment rather than like the pole pins that I think were used for the light bulb that would fit in here for a camera. And you pull those out and the camera would come loose. And there's a black piece right here that's part of the emitter as well. So those are some things that are similar. As well as a little bit, the skinny flex has a little bit extra design cues. Something similar to this, actually. There's a little bit of this sort of thing going on. And then the clamp card is, of course, not rounded, but it does have some sort of stylized clamp card cover on that as well. And, of course, it uses the CoverTech style belt clip. So, if anything, this is probably the closest to the skinny flex. But having said all that, the different variations and permutations are kind of present within this one. Now, being non-specific to a particular movie or model, this sort of helps to be a representative model. And then I don't feel like, well, I've got an A New Hope version, I've got the Revenge of the Sith version, I've got the Rise of Skywalker version. Instead of thinking it in that way, I simply wanted something that looks like the Graflex. So it suits the bill perfectly for me. So I am very happy with how that choice goes there. So, and then here's the vented pommel for sound. But again, this speaker is outrageously loud. It's ridiculous. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to... Yeah, okay. So this will pull out here just a little bit here. So I see a USB port here. That looks like it doesn't use a micro USB. That looks like it uses a different version of USB. So I will have to look at that. Yeah, because that's micro USB. This one's slightly different. So you can use that, I think, to access the sound files and configuration files. And then here are the two batteries here for recharging. So we'll just slip those back in here. And we'll get our screw back in. So that is my Graflex CE. Waited a while for this one, which is understandable due to the whole pandemic issue and production and such like that. So that's what we've got for that. So thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you. Turn the lights on real quick.